Hey guys, in the last video, which was the drift event Drift Missouri, I showed you that I picked up this Volvo 245 and I thought this is a perfect moment to show you around the car and talk to you about the swap plans. So let's take a quick look around the car. Let me show you in which condition it is. Then we're going to take it into the shop, see how the car is from underneath, and then walk through everything.
This here is a Volvo 245. It's the 75 model, but it's built in 74. My girlfriend and I wanted this version with the round headlights because we think this is the best looking 245 there is. And this version is 40 years old. It has a B20 or B21, I believe. Everything is stock on it, and I must say this thing is in a really good condition. It has a few dents and this is already repaired. On the other side there is also a panel which needs to be repaired. Here we have a bit of rust, and when we open the door there's a bit more rust. This here, over there, and here underneath the windshield there's a bit of rust.
For the rust, that's pretty much it, so it's in a really good condition. I love how simple this interior is. It's so minimalistic. No power steering whatsoever. Now let's put it on the lift and see what we find. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this car. I'm absolutely in love with it, and my girlfriend's exactly the same thing. I really like the retro look it has. Probably going to put some BC Racing coilovers, which by the way are for sale on my website lucacarmods.com. Probably some BBS RS or RC wheels because they look freaking awesome on this car. Further than that, we're going to keep it the exact same color it's now because I think it looks pretty good and there aren't that many with this particular color. In the back we got a repair panel for the other side, so the wheel arch on this side, there's a repair panel for it already in there. The back seat's actually pretty good. I'm probably going to fabricate a roll cage in here, and then we can also install some seat belts. These seats, they probably will go, and we put in the LS400 seats because they are freaking comfortable, but we are going to reskin them. So I want this leather, so this type leather, this color, on the LS400 seats to make it look stock, and I'm going to try to get these headrest mounts to fit. This will be the first time that I'm having the car on the lift. Of course, when I bought the car, I took a quick look underneath it and it looks pretty okay, but now let's put this thing on the lift and then find out how she looks. I'm saying she, but the previous owner named him Peter, so we're going to continue to use that name. This is Peter. Well, now, the moment of truth. Let's find out if this car is any good from underneath. It certainly looks really good. Let me give you guys a closer look at the car. There's a bit of oil leaking here from the gearbox. Doesn't really matter because we are going to replace that with a V8 and an automatic. Here it's probably smashed into something. Look what we have here. A minor bit of rust. I can feel the carpet, so we're going to need a new plate in here. Shouldn't be that hard. Pretty simple actually. This thing is really good. It's amazing actually. So overall, this is a really good car. I made a deal with the previous owner that the B20 engine, the carbureted one, which is in right now, I'm going to give it back to him. And that's why I got the car a bit cheaper. I'm going to try to get the entire project done for somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 euros. So this is going to be a car that everyone should be able to make. And the best thing about it, I'm going to try to make a plug and play kit for you guys who are also interested in swapping a 1UZ in a Volvo 245. Alright, let me walk you through the modifications I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the stock open differential. I'm going to install BC Racing coilovers, probably. The other option is Bilstein and some lowering springs, but I'm not sure yet. To handle the power, I'm going to make a plate underneath these arms and on top of them to make them a bit sturdier. The exhaust will be 2 pipes from the banks, then an Y pipe or maybe an H pipe, not sure yet. But 1 or 2 pipes here, and they will straightly exit out with 1 muffler in there. So it's going to sound sporty, but not too loud. The gearbox. I'm going to use the stock LS400 automatic gearbox because this is going to be a daily. And I must say, dailies with automatic, it's absolutely perfect. And as you've seen, if you want to drift it, you can also do that with an automatic. If you've not seen it, make sure to check out the last Drift Master video. I absolutely smashed and thrashed the hell out of my Lexus LS400. Put in first gear with the automatic and then just full throttle. So it's going to be an awesome family cruiser with a V8. Oh, fun fact, the early versions only have 1 shock and the other side is a locking mechanism. In the Netherlands, to keep the running costs down, first of all, this is an old timer, so no taxes, no road taxes. But the best thing about it, we have LPG here, which is liquid petroleum gas, which means super cheap gas. Normal gas is like 160, 170 a liter, and LPG, liquid petroleum gas, is only 60 cents a liter. We're going to put 1 tank here and 1 tank there, or 1 big tank underneath the car. Not quite sure yet. V8 will run perfectly on it and it's going to make this car fun, reliable and cheap. These are the main things that came to my mind. So of course you want to have the car, which is anywhere between 500 to 3,500 euros. I paid somewhere in between that. The 1UZ, you can get them around 500 to 1,000. I paid 1,600 euros for my car, but I'm hoping to get enough back that I can have the engine with the loom and all for somewhere around 500 to 600 euros. Engine mounts, I'm going to make them myself, so they aren't going to be that expensive for me, but you probably will pay somewhere around 250 or 500 to let someone else make them for you. And like I said, I will probably have them up for sale on my web shop soon. Wiring, if you make the wiring loom yourself, you're probably going to need some connectors, some pliers, and etc, somewhere around 200 euros. The fuel system, this car has a returnless setup, so we're going to weld on the petrol tank, which is pretty sketchy, but we are going to do it. And we're going to put new fuel lines in there, bigger ones, a new fuel pump, so that's somewhere around 300 euros. The coilovers, which in my opinion aren't necessary, but what is necessary is new suspension. Well, now it's on the lift, but I can literally push this side in with 1 finger and on the back it's moving up and down, and with 260 horsepower you don't want that. So get yourself some decent shocks and springs or a set of coilovers. Then brake upgrades, if it's daily, just get some upgraded discs, some better pads and be done with it. Otherwise you can upgrade to some big wheels and some big brakes. And then before I forget, we have also the exhaust. Well, if you're going to let someone else make it, you probably are spending somewhere between, I would say, 600 to 900 euros. It really depends. If I'm going to make this myself, I'm probably going to be working on it 1 entire day, and only materials, I think I'll probably spend 350 on it, and the rest is just time for someone, because making an exhaust takes like the entire day. I also hope you guys don't mind me blabbing around about this car. I'm just excited and I want to take you guys with me on this project. So yes, there will be a complete project build video series on the Volvo 245. The upcoming weeks I have a few more customer cars in, and after that we can finally fix the 2JZ Volvo, get it running with the single turbo on there. So with this puppy here, the whole set HX40 Super, we're going to produce somewhere around 450-500 horsepower, probably more later on this year. And this thing, like I said, 260. Our plan is to start working on this car somewhere in July and have it finished hopefully within 1 or 3 months, hopefully within 1 month, but it's a lot of work. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also please let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you have any suggestions for the car, for the project, for my channel, how I can do things better, let me know. And also make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys probably somewhere next week. Bye.